This is actually a good conversation to have. What do you see has changed in owning a home in the last 3-4 years? Some of the most wealthy people in the world rent, and the home that they live in, or the home that they live in is rent, and their investments are other houses or stocks or whatever. But
You got it out eventually, mate.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Rent where you want to live.
Rent where you want to live, and I sound like that fucking chick that was like, I don't understand why people are homeless. Just buy a house. Not that easy.
What?
Haven't you seen that?
No.
You haven't seen that?
No, I haven't watched that video of just buy a house.
Really?
Grace is looking at me like you're an alien.
Alright,
So
we're going to find this, and it's going to be inserted so that I don't look like a dickhead.
is this another
But-
Nathan fact? That's
No,
a Nathan
100%.
fact.
There's a chick that records herself, and she's like,
If you're homeless, just buy a house.
and it went viral. Like, it's fucking so funny. I'm sure we're all going to watch it right now.
We're not going to watch it right now.
No, not us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The
Everyone,
viewers.
look it up and be like, this guy's so full of shit.
I don't care that you haven't seen it. No, like, Grace has already put it in.
No, I think the way it's interesting. There's still, the couples that meet when they're 17, 18, get a house by they're 23, have a kid at 25, have a second kid at 27, own a dog.
Don't think that's smart. I just don't.
Well, if they love each other and are happy with it, happy for them. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not, and the mass aren't doing that. I don't think it's definitely changed. People are becoming more
It's too
selfish.
hard to buy a house these days.
Yeah.
Just in general.
And people are more privy to the return on investment you could be doing if you go this way. I mean, you think of the Grant Cardones of this world, all they do is push, invest,
Yeah.
burn your cash and just put it in places, get away from the banks.
But it's just
people didn't
like-
know that back in the day.
I think it comes back to, are you ready to sacrifice for a decade? That's kind of where it sits. Are you ready when you're 20 to invest for a decade to make the rest of your life better? Like, for some people that might end up being living like very humbly, maybe not even having like any serious relationships, and putting all of your money into real estate or stocks or whatever. Because if you can sacrifice that 10-year window, you can build a serious amount of wealth, which is essentially what I'm doing with this business.
But it's hard. That's generational, Nath. Like you think of your parents, Mark and Linnell, or my parents. When they were growing up, their parents didn't have the wealth that our parents have. So they were forced to go out and make a life for themselves, which is probably why the whole get a block of land and build your wealth that way was probably so popular. Get your own piece of land, because the reality is nowadays we're just living at home. We're expense free in a lot of times, so it should be easier to sacrifice for a decade.
I've even said it, and I already feel like a dick because I've just got good circumstance. Like,
Sorry. I was
I
like,
know that's not your no, I feel like a dick about what I said. I am very lucky in the fact that I have a good relationship with my parents, and I don't value the judgment of others, so I don't mind living at home.
yeah.
A lot of people.
Why wouldn't you live at home?
Why the fuck wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I'm so
You'd
lucky.
be stupid to go out and rent when
Yeah.
you live at home and it's easy going.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? You're saving yourself $200 a week minimum.
And then 50% of the people listening to this podcast are like, fucking shut up. You don't know, like, my circumstance. Don't tell me I can live at home. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we're lucky.
We are.
I know we're lucky.
Yeah, so I never say,
I never complain about my parents or my life. I don't
parents are
complain.
mad.
Yeah, but I don't complain about it. I know I'm lucky. Like I'm very fortunate to be in the position I'm in. All I'm getting at is generationally it has changed. For okay, maybe not for everyone, but for a lot of people, they're growing up. Their parents have a lot more equity than their parents did. Okay.
I really want to own a home eventually. I just think that if I can put the hard yards in and invest most of my money, as much money as I possibly can, into anything that's an asset, whether it's a business, stocks, real estate, for as long as I can, I think that the returns on like my life are going to be better. That's just my take, is simplicity.